How is everyone doing? This is actually episode 36. We're inching closer and closer to episode 50 in the 1 year, I guess, what would it be, celebration. But today we got someone that's, I would say, pretty damn cool in this space. He's been doing some games and other shit for about 10 years, if not longer now. So without further introduction, man, how you doing, Clipz?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm excited to be here and chat with you today, man.
Hell yeah. So, I mean, you're someone who's been around gaming pretty damn long. We'll jump into your history on what you've been doing. I've seen you in Web3 for a while now too, man. So before we even jump into what you do with gamings, what got you pulled in to crypto and NFTs, and when did you kind of start that?
Man, I would say I got introduced to crypto when I was really young, and I didn't even know it was crypto or like what it was or what blockchain was. I was actually trying to download something off of a website called Pirate Bay. And I seen at the bottom, it said that I can donate with this thing called Bitcoin. And I was like, what the heck is Bitcoin? So I think I tried to figure out what it was. I didn't understand it. Probably was no older than 12. And I was trying to download actually a software to edit videos called Sony Vegas. And that's what I used to edit my gaming videos at the time. So I guess those things kind of went hand in hand. So maybe 2010-ish, 2011, around that time when I didn't even know what it was. Like I said, I was like, what is this? And from there, maybe 2016, 2017, my girlfriend's brother was talking to me about it and was trying to get me to invest into crypto, introduced me to what decentralization meant, and really was hitting that to me. And I was like, I didn't understand it, but I respected his passion. So I think maybe I invested in Litecoin or something on Coinbase. He convinced me to download Coinbase and shit. So that was my intro. I convinced my dad too. We went in on some Litecoin really, really early. And I think in 2018, 2019, how the market reacted after that little pump when everybody got, introduced to it at that time. There was a lot of retail investors. So the market reacted, and I think I forgot about it. And then I ended up selling some in 2019-ish, early 2019. And then January of 2021, I was going on social media, and I seen some stocks pumping and stuff. And I wanted to buy some stocks on an app called Robinhood. So I invested. No, I didn't even get anything on Robinhood. I just couldn't do it. I forgot, it gave me some error or something. I forgot what happened. So then I did it on Cash App. I bought some stocks on Cash App, and that didn't do too well. And I was like, man, this sucks. What's with this crypto stuff? What's going on with crypto? So then I started going into crypto, and I got down the rabbit hole of what the technology really meant, and what it's doing and what it can do for everyone, not just for people who are into it now, what the future of it is. And it really opened my mind and how it can change my life and gaming, the industry that I'm in. And I fell in love with it, man. I really fell in love with it. I started investing in a whole different types of technology that I was researching and understanding oracles, Chainlink, and just really trying to understand the space, following different people who were talking about it, watching different videos. And it's really just stopped gaming all of 2021 and streaming, and really just switched my focus. Ended up moving to Vegas mid 2021 and meeting some people here that I knew from LA and the gaming scene. And one of them introduced me to some NFTs, and he was like, man, I think you would love the NFT space. You should get involved. And so I would say around November-ish, early September, September, October, November, those 3 months, I got introduced to NFTs, bought my first NFT, and invested in letters from Vinny Hager as well, because I came across that on social media too, because I was into art and stuff like that. And I don't know, man, I just fell in love with it. And from there, now we're here having this chat.
Damn. Okay, so it's actually pretty interesting that you've jumped into crypto. Whenever I saw you dive in, of course, some of us, I'm younger, I'm only 26. You're younger yourself, man. You're not that old. I got the chance to meet you in LA. It was super dope just to meet everyone, including yourself. You were super humble, very welcoming. We took some pictures and stuff, but I wanted to talk on, a couple years back, I'd say maybe 2010, I think is when it was founded. You and some people founded a group which became, I would say, damn near worldwide known, and still running to this day. So let's talk on you and FaZe. What are you doing over there now? And really, what was it like creating such a giant thing?
Oh yeah, man. I was only like 14 years old, and I don't think anybody could have guessed at the time. Those group of guys, me included. We would have created something that, like you said, is kind of so huge nowadays and had such an impact. And I'm only grateful. And some days it doesn't even hit me. You know what I mean? What exactly happened? And like I said, I'm just grateful. And nowadays, just being a part of the team as a legacy member, and it's always going to be family for life. Just the other day, we sat there and went to TwitchCon this past weekend in San Diego and partied with Travis Scott. Like, seeing things like that happen, man, it's just crazy, to see just a group of kids who were inspired to just be creative on the internet through a platform so early, like called YouTube in 2010, to now see the impact that it has, not just for us, but everyone worldwide. And, what gaming has done for everyone, not just for us. It's just amazing, man, to be a part of that, honestly.
Absolutely. And that's what I really wanted to dive into. Not even the fact that, FaZe is this great thing. Y'all have created what is now. So, I still to this day hop on Xbox, whatever it is, and people still have it in their name. My little brother upstairs thinks that he's in it. And I'm like, bro, let's chill out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you've been a builder, you've been a creator for years now. You know what I'm saying? You have that mentality to build, to keep giving back. And I've seen you use your platform. You help many other people, and you're very open. Like, I messaged you, you were super down. You're like, yo, yeah, let's do this. Even in LA, you were talking to everybody. Do you think coming from FaZe has helped you become a better, I wouldn't say NFT trader, but just, I guess, more knowledgeable in this space and help you do things? I don't even know do you have a collection yourself, or have you ever thought of making a collection?
As far as more specific to this space, I think just my experience in life in general, not just through social media, content creation and all that, and meeting people through that. I think, like, I just came into that scene, back into it in 2016. I started FaZe and everything, but my Xbox Red Ring, I have a little bit more to the story. I came back into the gaming scene in 2016 and got back in that mix. But during, I graduated high school in 2013. From 2013 to 17-ish, I didn't really, do anything but work and just interact with a bunch of different people through that way. And I think a lot of that stuff and, learning things a different way kind of helped me, like you said, be in different situations and just want to be open with everyone and, and want to just, interact. And I feel like I can interact with anyone who's my age or older, younger, doesn't matter. We're all the same.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. And as far as like Web3 goes and stuff like that too, I've definitely thought about maybe, offering some type of product or service in a space. But like I said earlier, I'm really interested in learning it and seeing, where it takes us. And right now, I think a lot of things have to happen first in order for us to really create something special. And I want, like, people who have different experiences from different industries and stuff to come together and really think about this technology and learn about it. And we can, create together and have conversations together and what can be better, and really think not about the money, but about problem solving. And I think that's what it's about, honestly. And that's really what I'm here for, to meet those people who think about those things too, and really not really care about it. Because right now, what we've seen with NFTs has been a lot about money. And of course, that's awesome and it helps make things happen. But I think the conversation and the thought should really be about problem solving.
Okay. So, and I mean, there's been multiple chances for people, especially that come from a known background. In your case, it might be gaming. You could have used this title many times to really rip people off. We've seen people do that. And I definitely have a lot of respect and applaud those that are like yourself and have a platform even before NFTs, and you didn't take advantage of it. You didn't bring your followers here and was like, yo, here's a quick little project, mint it out, let me become more rich, and then just dump it on people. I have a lot of respect that you didn't do that. I do want to ask you, though, you've been into NFTs for a while now. You haven't just been in for 1 or 2 months. I've seen you around quite a bit, if not, I don't know if it's maybe been a year, but you've been around a while. So are you into any gaming NFTs at all? Are you
Oh yeah.
only trading, or like what do you look at whenever it comes to NFTs, since you like the more technical side of the of everything going on?
For sure. So right now I'm actually working with TCG World. I'm an advisor on TCG World. Right now they're on BNB, and I really like their project. It's open world. It's you can really do anything from like do like 4v4, player versus player shooter, like paintball like experience, or if you want to fly around, from different lands on your dragon or in the whip, you can interact with people. You got the chat, you know what I'm saying? It's super cool. It's early, it's not even in beta yet. It's still in alpha. They're still working on it. So games like that, I'm interested in sharing my knowledge and experience to help them create something, like I said, that's cool for everyone and that's an experience for everyone. Personally, I'm not investing in a lot of different things right now. This past year, I was investing, like you said, a lot with, if I ever talked about anything on my platform, it was because, I invested my own money and stuff like that into it and stuff like that. So I've just been learning, a lot this past year on what to do and what not to do, when it comes to that. So seeing who's credible and who's not, and really, like I said, trying to align myself with people and projects that are doing something and really trying to do something for the long term has been important. There's another game I've been seeing. There's a whole bunch of different ones. I wouldn't say, that I'm investing in them, but I've definitely got a lot on my radar. Like I've seen a ton on social media. Kiraverse was super cool. I just seen that trailer recently. Meta Ops, that's super dope. I love that. It's like fast-paced Call of Duty gameplay. That's on Solana. There's a ton of different ones, man. Ton of different ones. I think Kiraverse is on ETH. I know there's one of my homies, he's working on something, Broke Boys. That's something cool he's been working on for a minute, and he's building something out in Minecraft. I know that they were, Minecraft had something to say about blockchain and stuff like that too. So he's been reworking that, doing like, the luxury apartments, where you can have a place to display your NFTs and interact with them and, try to offer that interoperability where it's not just a JPEG, you know what I'm saying? And offer some type of utility. I'm really interested in Artifact right now too. As you see, I have the filter on right now. This is my Clone X. I think it's super dope. I want to get my girlfriend one. We've been streaming Fortnite on TikTok. And I think AR and VR and all that tech is the future, man. I think eventually we're going to exist in a world where we're going to wonder why we didn't have it before, why we weren't using it before. I think it's going to be super cool. I think, when you're riding in that Tesla, it's going to be mining you some coins you can use in your life, while at the same time, the color of it's going to change on the outside, digitally on some futures. That's where we're headed.
I like that. That's where I want to go. And it's funny because as someone who's been in the space, I've learned in NFTs and just in the real world, the connections mean a lot. I've always been curious whenever I get the chance and the opportunity to speak to someone like yourself. You even said, like, just recently you went to TwitchCon with the other people of FaZe, and you got to see Travis Scott, stuff like that. Do you see people, I guess, in your circle talk about NFTs? Are there other people talking about NFTs, or do you think that the general thought is still, nah, we're not really messing with them?
No, I think, the specific, when you say the word NFT and stuff like that, that can kind of bring a certain visual to certain people. So when you say it like that, maybe not. But the event that we held was actually powered by MoonPay. That's a Web3 company. So the brand identity is there. I think the conversation is there, but maybe not as literal as you might think, where we're talking about specific projects and things like that. Like I said, I think there's a lot of mass adoption and little things that are going to happen in these next, few years that is going to make that conversation more streamlined, and where people won't even realize they're talking about NFTs, but we're talking about things that we use and, that we love every day, the same way as we do right now. We're not calling songs and stuff MP3s anymore. You know what I'm saying? Now we just stream the music and it just exists on all these platforms it's still the same technology. You know what I'm saying? But it's that's pretty much where we're at right now. That's why I'm so excited. It gets me fueled up because at the same time, it can feel like you're late, but I think we're still so early.
No, yeah, it's definitely early. Like you might be, and I tell people all the time, you might be late to where you can't buy a picture in it 20 times, But as far as the technology and being in the space, you're definitely still early.
Oh
You're
yeah.
definitely, there's still a lot of things being built. And it's funny because, like you said, you stream with your girlfriend. And I believe I've seen a tweet about this. Do people ever ask you about NFTs, Web3, your filter? How many times do people like comment like, "Yo, what the hell is on your face?"
Oh
Or
yeah.
"Yo, what the hell is an NFT?" Like, how often do you get that on your platforms when playing
Oh
games?
yeah. So you got to keep in mind, I am a gamer and I do stream Fortnite. So the demographic of like who's consuming that content is going to be a younger audience. So they might not even understand what that is yet. But you'll be surprised. A lot of them, those younger kids, the youth is the future. So they're a little bit more tapped in as well on socials. So some of them do know what's going on. Like I do see some comments like, "Oh, nice Clone X." But then there's some people who think like it's just some random filter. They ask me like, "How do I do it?" Some people are like, "Yo, take that thing off." Some people like it's. I love TikTok. The algorithm's so dope because it's always new engagement. It's not really the people who follow you. They like to push it out to new audiences all the time. So I get a lot of people who might not necessarily know who I am, but they'll see the filter. And so they're sitting there thinking that I'm trying to hide my face or something. So then they're like really into it. You know what I'm saying? So I honestly think that these filters, like I said, the AR type of way to create and digitally identify yourself is going to be the future because you could pretty much do whatever you want, be whoever you want, wherever you want, however you want, and it might not cost anything to be there or do that, like it does in real life. Like right now, let's say we pre-recorded this and I could still be, and I did the full thing, full experience where now I could wear wherever I want. Everything's digital. It could be insane. And people are doing that. All it takes is, maybe another hour or two to render it out in a program and you're good. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
that'd be crazy. I could only imagine. There's actually a podcast called like RCS. So I think it's Right Click Save, and their entire podcast, whenever they record with the person, they take their profile picture. So like mine is a cool cat, so they would take that, animate it, and the entire podcast is like animated. The mouth moves, and like they take an extra hour, 2 hours to animate it all out. But when I tell you, it stands out so much more. And it's just like, damn, this is really what this is becoming. Like people are not only are they using their identity, it's coming to life. It actually looks like a podcast studio. That's what I'm trying to do. I've been
Oh yeah,
waiting
that's
to
the
get a
future.
filter. I swear. I mean, apparently the platform that I'm using now, Riverside, will allow me to use an AR filter. So I'm trying to get one of my cool cat. So whenever I start doing clips and stuff, and people that don't want to dox, or what you're doing in this case is using your identity, they can do that. It would be super dope. I do want to ask you though, as a builder and content creator, is there anything that you see in this space that you feel people could be doing more of or less of? And you're just like, damn, man, if you would just maybe do this a little more or not do this as much, I really think that would benefit you. But you're just like, damn, man, it's just a space. Have you seen anything?
Of course, there's a lot of different things, and I think that are involved in why people do certain things as well, and they might not realize why they're doing certain things. So I don't want to say something and it might offend certain people, but definitely, I think people should just be more mindful of their platforms, and figure out what their intentions are, and that's it. Just dig deep. What is your intention? What is your goals with what you want? Because it shows and people see it. So, if you were expect to be here for a long time and with the people who are really building stuff that's going to solve problems and be here, understand that we see you, you know what I'm saying? And we see, what's what. And, everybody does at the end of the day. So
that alley oops me to my next one, to where, what is your goal in NFTs? We know you like the technology, but what is your goal in Web3? I should say, not even necessarily NFT, but what is your whole goal being here? What would you like to see come out of this, or what would you like to help push in this space to see results?
my goal honestly is just to keep connecting, keep learning, keep, like I said, keep finding the people who see what I see, and try to take it to where I see it, make it something for us, for a platform for creators to bring value also back to the people who consume what we create as well, to be held accountable, to be, to have that, trust. That kind of system I do agree with a lot. And you know, like I said, I like how it connects a lot of people, what the passion that it's bringing to people. And I don't know, I'm just excited to be here. Honestly, like right now, I don't expect anything from this space. I just, like I said, I'm just here to absorb right now, honestly.
Hell yeah. So, I mean, other than that, I mean, I'm not going to jump into the 5 questions just yet, but I do want to know, like, so like you said, you've thought about maybe a collection, maybe not, maybe eventually. What are you doing in the space now? Are you just constantly streaming games and then doing what you do? Are you just relaxing and just, like you said, soaking up the knowledge? Or is there a game plan that you have right now that you might be able to share with us? I'm just curious where your mind's at right now in the space, because I know it's I guess people would say a bear market. Not many things are doing successful, but it don't sound like you're here for the trading nonstop. You're kind of here for the long haul and what you can learn.
Yeah, honestly, right now I'm looking, you know, to obviously stream, but also offer my my experience and my knowledge when I connect with different people or brands or anything, you know, on how we can, like I said, take it to that next level and take whatever their ideas are, vision, and see it through. If they're trying to do something gaming, you know, if they really want to talk to some gamers, you know, let's talk to some gamers. Let's tap into that. But if, you know, you know, some people might not care about that. They just want to, you know, sell that idea that it's a game or something like that. And that's what, you know, is trying to filter out. I would just want to stay with that real stuff, you know.
Are you open to people reaching out to you in Web3 right now to, like, let's say I had a project and you didn't know me and I was like, damn, I really want some genuine advice from gamers. And that's what I had spoke about that with, I'll say the Cool Cats, for example, since I'm a cool cat, with the council. They started a council and a couple people stepped back and was like, do they have any gamers on the council? You know, if they have a game, it would be really smart to have someone who is genuinely into gaming on the council, because if not, they're kind of out of the loop as far as that goes. So let's say I have a project. I want some genuine gaming advice. Like I said, could I reach out to you? Would you be able to help me? I mean, are you down for that right now? Or are you just saying that you're just watching and helping where it needs to be helped?
No, yeah, I'm always open to anything. You know, I'm always open to conversation. But like I said earlier, you know, I just want to make sure it aligns with everything that I believe in and my brand and how I use my platform. And that's really what's most important. You know, I want to make sure it's good for everyone, not just me. And, you know, we really build something that is special to everyone involved. You know, that's what I want. I want to be passionate about what I'm doing all the time. I want to feel good about it. You know, I want to wake up and want to do it.
Yeah, 100%. And you've been doing this for a long ass time, man, 10 plus years. How have you been able to just stay on top of what you do? Like, we know you took a break from gaming. You know, you came back, I think you said 2016.
Yeah, so I was still creating in the meantime too. I was into music and stuff like that too. So I was always expressing myself, you know, trying to be passionate about whatever it was that I was doing.
And do you just keep your head up and like do your own thing? Do you pay attention to the others that are going around, or you're just like, yo, man, this is me?
Definitely, it's always a journey. I would say more than recently, especially on this crypto journey and stuff, I found a way to really have the right intentions and hold myself accountable every day to be better and not, you know, not compare myself to others and just kind of grind what I got going on. But it's always a journey. You know, there's going to be ups, there's going to be downs. But definitely in my time here, it's been a road, man. You know, it's been a road. It's not all, you know, oh my goodness, you know, this is what people see on social media and stuff like that. You know, got to remember it's a grind every day for us to show up and be here for these things. And, you know, we work hard for this, and that's what it's about, man. Just showing up, like I said, every day, working hard, being better than you were the day before, not worrying about too much what happened yesterday. Don't worry about too much what's happening in front. Just take advantage of the moment and be realistic, and that's it, bro.
And it's crazy you say realistic, because I want people to know, you just tweeted the other day, we were talking about it on Twitter. Funny enough, I had opened up my phone and I was on Snapchat and I was like, oh damn, that's Clipz on an AT&T commercial. And it was like you said on Twitter, it was a full circle moment for someone to go from working at AT&T to be blessed with the opportunity to work alongside them or even do this small commercial with them. That's huge for one, because not only is it a cool ass commercial, it's AT&T, huge name,
Yeah.
but it shows. I mean, you've been working hard, man. It not only was it a full circle moment, it showed you put in, you consistently show up. People will notice, people know, people see that hard work, and I think that was a big thing for me, because whenever you was like, yeah, I used to work there, now it's full circle, I'm doing this, I was like, damn, literally, I felt like anything was possible. You know what I'm saying? So is it kind of a surreal moment to be where you're at now and just looking at all you've kind of done over the last decade?
Bro, it doesn't feel real. It really doesn't. And like you said, it is always full circle. And if there's anything I want people to see when they see me or they learn about my story and stuff like that, I want them to be inspired. I want them to know that it is possible. You know, it's not impossible. It's I am possible. That's what it really means. And that, like, if you really try and show up, your moment is there because you're working for it. You know what I'm saying? I had so many things against me, like against all odds, and I'm still here, right here, having this conversation. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't be, but I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like 100%. I shouldn't, if you asked the old me, he would have laughed at you. You know what I'm saying? That kid who was sitting there working at AT&T, he'd have been like, no way. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't nowhere near, and it's just a perspective, man. And I'm still the same person. Still the same person. I'm just positive about what's happening now. You know, like I said, wake up every day and show up. You know, it's different. And I might have had some things in my life that allowed me to be here. I guess you can call it luck, but at the same time, I remember grinding a whole summer. I didn't leave my house. My hair was so long. Nobody recognized me when I showed up to my friend's house, like right before school started, 9th grade, because that whole summer I stayed playing video games. And that was how I started FaZe, was that whole summer. You know what I'm saying? And locked in and full circle, 2016, 2010 and all that, that wasn't 2010, 2016 comes, full circle moment. It changed my life. I don't ever have to work or anything anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because now I get to have opportunity and a platform again, you know.
Dude, crazy. It's a crazy story, just because, like, those that don't know, I'm sure many do, but I mean, it was a big thing. I know for me growing up, it was FaZe and Optic. It was either one or the other, and it was always head to head. If you played games, one of the other names had to be in your gamer tag. If you got killed by somebody, you always had to question if it was real FaZe. It was fun, man. You've literally built something, I think, that's going to last a long time. And I do want to ask you before the 5 questions. I mean, we know it's surreal. We know that you've built this crazy thing, but is there any advice? Like, and another thing, what do you say to the parents that now tell their kids, like, yo, games can't make you money? Like, games, like, don't sit inside and play games. Do you think that whole, I guess, observation has shifted now? Because obviously, look what y'all have created. I would say y'all are a big reason now kids feel like, yo, I need to stay inside and get really good at this damn game so I can make some money. What advice do you have to people that just see what you've done and really want to be you? Because we know that there's plenty of kids that look up to what you have created alongside your friends.
For sure. Like I said earlier, man, the fact that something I did when I was so young that I thought nothing of, I just spent a summer playing video games. A lot of people write that off as, you're wasting your time and stuff like that. Even my own family did, right? When my Xbox broke, they didn't buy me a new one. Not because they didn't believe in me, but I had to focus on school, and we weren't even in the best financial situation. And at that time, gaming was nowhere near what it was now. So anyways, something that I thought nothing of, no one did. Fast forward, can change my life the way that it did. To have me here having this conversation just made me realize how valuable not only gaming and stuff like that is, but what we do is, how powerful we are, us humans, here all around the world, anybody hearing this, how powerful we are. Like I said, what is possible? It made me understand it, or at least open my mind to that possibility of something better, and all it takes is a little bit of effort. And that's really what inspired me to continue to roll off of the opportunities that came my way, and inspired me every day to wake up and keep going, because you just never know these things that you do, these people you meet, if it always comes from something pure and, something good, it's going to open up something that way. It's going to keep going. It's that butterfly effect, and I don't know, man. The only advice I can give, like I said, is just show up and, keep your intentions pure, keep good people around you. And, it's going to be hard every day, but, it will get better.
Man, yeah, you ain't lying about the getting hard every day, because this market has been destroying me. But it's true, man. Yeah, it's tough. But you're right, man. I mean, it's definitely been an inspiration to me. Like, even with the podcast, like, I want to be my own version of building something big. Just like, who knows? I don't know where this podcast could take me, but as long as I continue to show up with great intentions, I guess we'll find out, So it's been inspiring, just like people like yourself and others that have just not only sometimes started from nothing. It's like, yo, we didn't even imagine that this would be what it is. And now just look at what it's become because we genuinely loved it. Exactly. So as long as I continue to genuinely love doing this, I feel like something will come of it. I'm not expecting it to, but if it does, I'll be very excited, and, so be it. But jumping over to the 5 questions, I have 5 questions that I ask everybody whenever they come on the podcast. Some are easy, some are hard. The first one is usually pretty easy, though, and it's always, what is the most important thing to you in your life?
The most important thing to me in my life right now is going to have to be just being here, and what I mean by that is just, I'm here. I want to feel, I want to touch, I want to smell, I just want to be here in any way that I can. And if I could hold the door open for somebody every day while I'm here, not physically, but like figuratively, then I'm okay. And that's really it.
I like that. I mean, it sounds like I know that you're a humble guy, but you're a very caring guy. And I think that's very nice to see, especially whenever you have someone that has seen a lot of success from an early age. It don't seem like it went to your head. And if at any time it did, it definitely seems like it's leveled you and you've learned a lot of life experiences. I want to say this second question is going to be great for this then. It's, what is an obstacle that you have overcome that has helped you get to where you are today? Not only in Web3, just like in life in general, maybe.
My ego. Getting over my ego, I think maybe have to be my biggest obstacle. Getting through myself, that man in the mirror, that person that you think that everybody wants you to be. But I think finding out who I want to be, what I want to do, has been very important in this journey.
Would you say that your ego ever got into the way of like the bigger vision, and like you just stepped back and looked at it, or there was just one day that it just clicked and you were like, maybe I need to just straighten up a little bit and check myself?
I would say up until, like I said, maybe recently, this last 2 years, I was probably very ego driven, and doing things out of that way, and then really learned about myself and why I was doing certain things, and, kind of, introspective way of life now.
Yo, that's super. I will say I respect the hell out of that. And anyone should, because just admitting something like that. Some people won't even admit that, won't even say that, yeah, I had a problem with this, or even this was
every day, though. It's still a battle every day. Not going to sit here and say that I don't have an ego or anything like that. I think every day, these things come up, but it's a learning thing. And I think understanding and being aware of these things and obstacles in your life is so important.
Yes, being aware of it is number one, because you can't do anything about it unless you actually know that it's there. So, I have a lot of respect for you. The fact that, like you said, I'm working on it every day. I know I can always be a little bit better, and that's what you're looking for, is to be a little bit better the next day. Exactly. I respect the hell out of that.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Number 3 is a little bit more simple. When you leave the house to go out, are there at least 3 necessities that you have to bring with you? So I know for me, and most people, it's like car keys and like wallet. Can't say car keys. I don't have a car. Let me not flex. But like wallet, water bottle. Is there any necessities that you have to keep on you whenever you leave the house, or are you a simple man?
I gotta have my Coinbase card. I gotta have my ID. I gotta have so that's 2. So I gotta have my Coinbase card. I gotta have my ID, and I gotta have Gotta have some shoes on. Gotta
Yeah.
have some shoes on. So I gotta have some kicks, maybe some artifact, hopefully crypto kicks in the future, coming soon, or like, I don't know, man, something fly.
Of course. I mean, I think whenever I seen you in LA, I'm a big shoe guy myself. I think you was wearing Kentucky Dunks. Being from Kentucky, it stood out very much. High top. I was like, okay, yeah, I see the guy. I see the guy. Um, that's comedy though. Not only that, the three. So what'd you say the three were?
My
The
Coinbase
shoes.
card, my ID, and some flash kicks.
Bro. When I tell you, I can say it, and because I know not many people are going to listen to me when I say this. Yo, that Coinbase card is so OP to be able to just transfer USDC to it, and
Yes.
just man, so many people don't know about it. I put them up on game, and they're like, "You can do that," and I'm like, "Bro,
No,
that's been
yeah.
paying my bills
Hey,
for
listen,
months."
if there's any advice I can give in this bear market is, maybe chill on the investing. If you could dollar cost average, do it. But if you're getting paid from anything, see if they pay you in crypto. Take it in USDC, get you a Coinbase card, and you don't ever got to touch the dollar again.
Yes, yo, that is the real alpha. And it's crazy how many people will hear this and not use it one bit. But it's okay. Y'all are going to learn eventually. Y'all are going
You
to
feel
learn.
me? And I just been getting that percentage back in Bitcoin. So at the same time, it's just coming right back in Bitcoin.
They don't understand, bro. They don't understand. Once I seen that, like I put so many people on the game, they're like mind blown that it's even a thing. Yes, bro, the percentage back. And I mean, I pay all my bills on it. So it's not like you can only use it at a gas station or here or there. I took my card to LA, worked. So yeah, it's a very good thing.
You literally
very
use it everywhere.
Tool.
I use it for everything. I use it on literally
Everywhere.
for everything. I don't use cash anymore.
Anywhere a debit card's accepted, I believe, is where they accept, the
I think
Coinbase
it's a Visa.
card.
So I'm pretty sure it's accepted pretty much like you said, wherever they accept visas.
Literally, never had a problem with it. Number 4 would be which is might be a little big one. What is one thing you want to do before you get too old? You're pretty young already, man. So I mean,
yeah, man. I'm 27. I'm getting up there almost. About to be 30 soon. I don't want to think about it. But the one thing I want to do before I get old, man, I definitely want to have some kids. I don't have any kids right now. So I want to have some kids. I want to be able to pass on, some of the experience and knowledge that I have to some kids and let them continue, what's going on.
Okay. How many kids, bro? Come on. You want just one or you want a whole football
whatever
team?
happens, but I definitely don't want a football team. That could be crazy. But I could go for, a few more clones, you know what I'm saying? A few more clone X's.
Oh my goodness. Yes, I love it, man. Now I'm right behind you. I just turned 26 in September. So hopefully before I turn 30, I can maybe start a family or right around there. That would be beautiful. The last one, I might know where this goes. If I gave you 200 ETH, especially in this market, and it had to be spent on NFTs only, what are some big purchases or plays that you would make right now?
200 ETH, bro. Hold on. Let me go to my other tab and see how much that translates to. 200 ETH to USD.
That's got to be around
all right,
230.
200. That's gonna be $257,000. Okay, going into NFTs right now. So 200 ETH. I definitely would. I would dip into some more Clone X's, the artifact, Murakami, ecosystem. I love it. I'll probably get some more crypto dunks. So I would say I'd dedicate maybe like Clone X's are going for about 10 ETH right now, and the crypto dunks are going for like 0.7. So I'll probably dedicate maybe I'll spend like 30, 40 ETH on like, a few Clone X's, get someone maybe that I really like, you know what I'm saying? And spend another like 10 to 15 throughout the, the other things in their ecosystem, maybe a few of their monolith 2s, because those haven't been opened yet. Definitely would secure those. Maybe a mint vial. No, those are like 20 some ETH. Let's conserve this 200. Let's be conservative. So okay, so
I
we
love
did
how
this.
serious you're taking
Yeah, I'm
this.
taking this serious. That 200 is going a long way. All right, so we're gonna run up the artifact. We'll spend like 50 on the actual main CloneX. We'll spend another, let's just say 20, so that's 70 on the rest of the ecosystem. And then I don't have anything Bored Ape yet, so maybe I'll try the land, get some land in there, and because I love gaming. Um, Maybe I'll transfer some of that ETH into some Solana or something like that, or like I told you, some other projects that are on some other ecosystems, some other blockchains. Dip into those like Meta Ops or something like that. Try something else, secure some of that. I don't know, man. That's a tough question because there's a lot of stuff that I think people would want to do with that, but I'm so like to be real with you, I probably wouldn't spend any of it. I'll probably only buy a lot of the artifact stuff and just keep the rest if I'm being completely honest. But since you told me to only spend it on NFTs, I'm gonna just have to spend it on stuff that's in the market. I would definitely buy a few more letters for sure. I forgot about that. I'm spending like 20. I'm copping the floor at that point. Like there's only like what 40 up at this, on for sale or whatever, 40 to 70. So let's just sweep some letters. Yeah, I'll definitely bless. I'll go hard, but I never had a cool cat. Like there's a ton of things, bro. I got some bucket list blue chips and stuff, There's it for me, bro. When I got the chance to grab anything that, like something that I really wanted, I always wanted the artifact when they were teasing it. I've been following the founders for a while. I've known them since 2019. I met them a while back, and they've really been building for a long time. And to see them in this space and to show up the way that they did, it's been inspiring for me, bro. And and they really created something that I wanted to be a part of just off of the stuff that I'm into, and that's really what I like to see is people who care. People are creating dope stuff that they care about, and that's really what I'm looking for.
Hell yeah, bro. I mean, yeah, you sound like a artifacts maxi, bro. Like it sounds like that's
I wouldn't call me a
stuff.
maxi, but definitely, bro, like I would say it's my blue chip. You know how everybody has like their one thing that they want, like that's their thing that they want. Most people it was a Bored Ape and all that stuff, but at the time I think it was just about the money that they were worth. I don't think people really were like sold on everything yet. Now I can see why people might be sold on everything, but for me, throughout everything in this whole time period when I had my moment, I picked this.
I feel that. And that's the thing about CloneX. Like, once I seen that artifact was Nike, it's like, it's kind of hard to fade Nike at this point and anything that they do. And we know that with Nike, like, if they want to do this correctly, which I'm not going to lie, I feel like they've been doing things pretty correct. They haven't really false stepped anywhere. But they definitely have the money to do anything that they need to. And if they need to put in an extra $1 million to do this, that's chump change to them. Yeah. They could easily throw in that.
And they offer a lot of ways for us to be involved in their community and stuff like that. Like, look, I'm using it right now in this podcast. I use it as I stream on TikTok on that platform. They're offering the tools for us to create, and really bring it to that next level. So I really am inspired by that. And that's what I'm looking for in a ton of other projects. If they are taking it there, then, let's go, because you never know, man. Like I said, when I was young and I found these platforms early and figured out ways to express myself and, and spend my time a different way than most people, look at what it turned into. So I'm really inspired by all this new things that are coming up with this technology, because you never know what it's going to turn into. We have so many people on this planet, and I think that we haven't even tapped into our potential yet, There's a lot of people who don't have access to what we're blessed enough to have access to. So just imagine, if we can somehow utilize all of this stuff, to take it there. I think it's a beautiful thing.
No, you're absolutely right, bro. I agree. I just told the guys who run NRN, the place I work with, I think it would be super dope to have the podcast in different languages. I saw Mr. Beast say that once he tapped into like getting his videos dubbed into different languages, he's like #1 in Spanish in Portuguese. Like he's #1 in all that, just because he tapped into those markets. He was like, bro, like so much of the world don't even speak English, so I'm cutting them off right there. Yeah. I just need to be able to get my stuff to them. And I was like, bro, this guy has it good. Other than that though, bro, we've been going for almost 50 minutes. We've talked about a lot what you've done. Is there anything that you want to leave on? Any last notes that you want to let people know about you or what you're doing? Or are you good, man? Do you feel like you've got everything off your chest?
I think, I'm looking forward to, like I said, continue to keep building. If anybody wants to follow me and or connect with me, my socials are, you can reach me on Twitter at OG Face Clips or on TikTok at Face Clips. That's where I stream my gaming content. But other than that, man, I think this is a great conversation. I appreciate you, having me on here and giving me a chance to connect with you and talk a little bit about my journey and stuff like that. I'm excited to see, more guests on your show. I'm going to keep tapping in, and, it was great meeting you in LA, like you said, man.
Hell yeah. No, I appreciate it, man, especially the kind words. And I'm excited to see what you build, man. You've been doing some great things in the space, and hopefully I can continue to put out these episodes. It's been a real good conversation. And those listening in, just know that we'll be coming out every week. I don't plan to stop. We have the 1 year anniversary coming up, so it should be fun. Try to get someone big for that one. And if not, we'll keep grinding. But thank you, everyone that's been listening in. Clipz, I greatly appreciate you, brother. And
Yes,
yeah, I will be seeing y'all next week. Y'all have a great one, and peace out.